So, welcome everybody. I'm recording it from my room. So, it's like 1:10 in the night. And today, as I was getting so many comments and DMs of people to create an N8N tutorial journey from scratch to building agentic workflows. So, here we are. So I have created a beautiful Miro board to explain all of stuff you guys like. Absolutely, like it doesn't contain any templates and any technical stuff because as we are just starting out. So here's the like N8N. So those who don't know, N8N is a place to create automations, workflows, and like basically it's an all stack of AI connecting all the AI and API softwares, anything you can imagine that can be happen on this software. So yes, this is the part one, and as all and many parts will be coming for N8N tutorial videos. So as we can start with the old way of building automations versus agentic workflows, because it's necessary to you guys understand workflows and what are agents and are the nodes and stuff like that. So let's start with this. So the old way of building automations versus agentic workflows. So I don't know like if you guys are familiar with Zapier or not. Basically, Zapier is a software like N8N to create automations, but like those who are familiar will get to know like what's the difference between N8N and Zapier. By the way, like Zapier automations were self-hosted on your Zapier account, connected with different apps and softwares via webhooks or API keys. So it's basically on Zapier, automations are generally self-hosted on your own Zapier account, and it gets connected different apps. It can connect softwares via webhooks or API keys. Those who don't know webhooks or API keys are just like it's a stack which can integrate, like AI can talk with each other, softwares can talk with each other, conversate, stuff like that. And webhook is like when a software is get triggered or get started. Like if I connect webhook to my some software, and at that software we triggers or do a chat, then the webhook will trigger the whole workflow. So it's basically an software connection thing. Don't worry, we will dive in these things deeply afterwards. And Zapier generally work great for simple tasks but need a lot of manual oversight, still like starting something or manually triggering that kind of stuff. So what is N8N now? Like whole our journey now will be on this software. So N8N workflows and agents are hosted on the cloud and can connect with things like MCP and LLMs. Those who don't know MCP is it. So MCP is an open standard simplified like model context protocol that Zapier and N8N kind of softwares uses it. So it's like basically an language model, and like LLMs are known as large language models. So we will go in these things deeper, but for now, like on N8N we can host our workflows and can run our workflows on cloud-based system, like no manual, or you don't need to connect an internet connection or turn your laptop or PC on for it. It can be done on cloud-based services and still connects different apps of softwares via webhooks or API keys like Zapier, but can now connect with artificial intelligence to remove the human needed in between for complex workflows. Like basically in Zapier, like in most cases, human needs to be triggering workflow or manually set up all the things. But on N8N, like it's basically an workflow connection software like as well Zapier, but like we will give an artificial intelligence mind to it to trigger automatically and understand automations and run automations simultaneously. So that's all the thing. And now flows have a brain attached. Like I previously said, the AI will generate all the automations and will regulate the whole process, so can be deployed live on web and can run 24/7 without any human oversight. So basically, this is the whole software we gonna like learn about, and I'm gonna teach about in upcoming tutorials. But many people love over complicating these when explaining them, so I will put it in simple words. Like as of my audience are all most of them were beginners, so I will not use like many people of AI uses buzzwords like agentic workflow and that kind of stuffs. We not gonna do this kind of stuff basically. So AI and N8N lets you build fully autonomous intelligent workflows, or AI workers often referred to as agents. So what the agents term is, so agent term is basically a workflow or a task doer instead of your human, and we will dive deeper for sure. It's basically Zapier on steroids and often much cheaper since you are running token costs rather than paying a software like Zapier to provide the hosting and automation. So basically, N8N generally uses software credits or their own credits. It's not like Zapier plans and software costs. It's generally like, as you can see, OpenAI, ChatGPT, Cloudy, their services. I don't know exact credit cost, but it's like for Word or things like that, generally costs 0.01 cents. So it's basically, in simple words, it's cheaper. So what is it? So here's the dashboard of N8N. The whole journey will be for this, and let me show you guys what is N8N. So basically N8N, so here's the main software which we are gonna talking about in the whole journey. So basically it's a like very cool stuff, and my 90% of my agency work is done on it, and I generally uses the workflows I create on N8N for my agency. So it's basically as I said, software connecting agents. You will not understand this now, but we will go further in more tutorials. Like as I said, it will integrate with any software you can imagine the fast way, and it's like a stack of AI revolution. Like it's cool basically, and doesn't need like coding or stuff. It can be done by drag and dropping nodes. And also if you want to coding agents, because you know that there are people who know code and do automations with coding, so it's basically for all of us, and it's basically really cool software. That's why I'm creating first our automation journey video on this software. So basically all is it. So for now, here is one of my beautiful giant workflow like previous one. So automation versus agentic workflows. This is the most and common cases for AI entrepreneurs and like developers. So automation is basically if X happens, Zapier does this. Like it's triggering a workflow. Like if we put a YouTube video link in automation, then X will happen and Zapier will do this kind of local and like old way of doing automations. And what is agentic workflows this term? So standard automation example, and also like standard automation examples are triggering workflow, like as in type form. We will take an example of lead generation funnel. The client will put their name and email in it, and if answers X, then add to Slack or send a document or quotation to him. Or if he answers Y, like we can take two terms anonymously, like Y. If they answer Y, then disqualify or route to somewhere else or connect with a human. So this is like in simple words, I am generating in simple words, It's basically an scenario and workflow, like if X happens then trigger this, and Y happens trigger this. So it's basically an scenario handler thing, and often like agentic workflow examples. So basically this term is complicated, and often big companies SaaS use this thing, so we'll dive into it. So basically we will start from the first node. So let me take an example, and if you are searching for a trending video and a hot topic, then you can send a YouTube video to your Slack channel. So basically you will integrate an Slack channel or anything with N8N to your workflow. Then you can like just trigger from Slack channel if you don't want to go in N8N and run manually. So it will trigger, you will just paste an YouTube video link, it will extract video ID, and then it will transcribe with video with the ChatGPT. So basically then he will send transcription to ChatGPT or LLM project, right? Large language project. It's here's the AI brain takes over the whole part, like tools for the AI to use cloud projects, etc. So basically what is cloudy? So basically cloud is an, like you can refer is to ChatGPT. So basically in cloud you can use it for like cloudy projects or OpenAI projects, for ChatGPT projects, often refer to your use case. I don't know much. So basically you can use it for anything, any project do you have in mind. So then it can do three things, or basically yes, it is, for example, you can do whatever you want, but in this scenario it will use preset project commands to write emails based on transcription if they want to reach out or pitch their like client from the video, and write a short form post based on transcription for their Insta or YouTube, whatever, and create hooks based off the top topics inside the video, like the main attractive ones, and it will basically grow your personal brand, and it will help in these things. And yes, many companies and many personal stuff, people also uses these kind of workflows. So from here, like from this part, Zapier can do these things, but here's the N8N part, like you can connect any software or AI to take over the whole system and just generate things with it, integrate and send, take anything. So AI options using LLMs and tools you provide inside of AI N8N. So it's basically LLM models, like I talked before, tools you will use as for reference. And here's the like main actual use case of a run a job or task with N8N AI agent creation. So we took previous example but with more complexity. So AI YouTube video is sent to Slack channel from your just a mobile, and then the workflow will extract video ID, and then it will transcribe video with ChatGPT, and then the AI brain will take over. Like it's basically a gigantic workflow which will do few more things than that, and it's not complete. There's no limit to extend the workflow. You can connect it to Facebook, anything you want, any software, Slack and stuff. So basically it will send like previously notes, use project commands to write emails based on transcription, write short form post based on transcriptions, and create hooks based off topic inside the video. And the AI option using LLM tools provide inside of N8N. It basically a connection and stack of all. So it will basically go in a scheduling tool which can do this workflow will do one more step ahead than the previous one. So scheduling tools will do the time scheduling, and it can send to organization or connect with the organization for some stuff, and it can send it to team members or other automated flows. Like I said previously, there's no limit to extend the workflows. Many workflows can be connected to each other via webhooks or many LLM projects like API keys with. So here's these three and like maybe four terms ends here. It's basically a demo or for an example I said, and yes, it doesn't require like any type sort of coding or stuff like that, because N8N does that. And as I previously tell, I will not go in further like custom logic or complexity, because as we are just beginner. So here's the like whole our AI agent creation part stops, and I hope like you will understand this agent automation stuff that is like more complex in the terms of like YouTube and AI guys. Many AI guys complicate this. So yeah, that was the like video, and thanks for the support you are guys like are giving is crazy, and I hope you understand the all stuff. And do let me know in the comments what you want in the next video. And before that, I want to show you something. Like in N8N, there are like templates. N8N do templates, like it provides thousands of templates you can use for creation, like for your own use case. You can create many workflows, and yes, it will not be able to do like more complex and like cool stuff. You need an technical or an experienced type of guy with N8N to create like really cool stuff and imagining stuff. So it's generally good for starting, like beginning of the journey. You can start with like templates and stuff, and yeah, as of the upcoming videos I will also provide templates and you can test it and generate your own, because you will learn more about that doing on your own. So it's basically like that, and that was the like whole video, and I hope you guys will be enjoying this video. And so yes, that's the like the whole workflows and stuff like that. So the N8N is now clear for you guys. So let me wrap up this, and let's meet in the next video. Till then, bye bye.